Those were anti-ICE high school students who were let out by their principals, by their school districts to protest ICE. And as you can see, some of these students even assaulted a pro-ICE supporter. But this is getting out of hand. Let me show you.
I know. Can we stop though? Can we stop? Can we stop? You're going to jail. You're not a kid. Hey. You're going to jail.
So this girl flat out assaults this man for being pro-ICE, screaming, "I'm a kid." For some reason, I guess she thought that would protect her from getting arrested. He yells back, "You're going to jail." And that's exactly what happens. Watch. And then they snag him another one who was again obstructing law enforcement. These public schools are indoctrinating our kids, your kids, to hate America, to be anti-law enforcement, to be anti-law and order. But it gets worse because they're keeping the parents of these kids in the dark. A lot of these parents never even knew that their kids were going to be a part of this anti-ICE protest. They didn't realize there was no permission slip, there was no email, no call to them, nothing. The school just decided that, hey, we're just anti-ICE, and your kid's going to participate in this and have a day off from school.
We've seen school walkouts and protests over ICE, but one father was so pissed about this, he went straight to the school board.
Now it's personal. Our children are involved. I am sick and tired of watching politicians and school boards, people from the city telling children they can go out and fucking excuse my language, go out and get in the face of law enforcement. Good evening. My name is Vance Galavi. And on the afternoon of February 2nd, 2026, my 14-year-old child called me. He was not at school. He was not sick. He was in the middle of White Center, Washington, in the middle of a protest that was organized for his middle school. Okay, my stomach dropped when he called me. You guys have noticed that on January 30th, 2026, 2 children were killed just blocks from a school on Rainier that was having a very walkout that day. RCW 28A-600-035, by allowing them to leave, and under Initiative 2081, the Parental Bill of Rights, I have the right to know where my child goes. That was taken from me. I was not given notice. I was not given an email. I was not given a call. You expose him to real danger, that's neglect and that's endangerment. RCW 9842035, criminal negligence by not being aware of the substantial risk. You call it policy, I call it abandonment. I am filing a lawsuit before the ball drops. I want to make something perfectly clear. Someone's going to be held accountable, but all of you will remember it. Because for some reason we lose our case, we'll make a case law out of this, protect parents' rights to know where our kids are at all times. It's ridiculous. It's criminal negligence. And yes, a principal was fired for coercing students participate in protesting.
This parent has every right to be this upset. Not only did they do this without letting him know, any parents know, where their kid was, but they put these kids in a dangerous situation. A lot of these ICE protests have become riots where people were pepper sprayed, tear gassed. What if these kids got out of hand? Which some did in this case. But what if they got crazy, like some of these rioters? What if they started vandalizing ICE vehicles or even attacking law enforcement? Then what happens? When those kids get hurt or worse, what are you going to do? What are you going to say? You're going to blame ICE? No, that's not right. You let them out there. You put them out there. You encouraged it. But somehow I feel like this is what the left wants. They want chaos. They want these kids to get hurt, and that's why they're encouraging this behavior, because then they can use it as fuel to the fire. Like, see, ICE is killing people again, when that's not the case. But believe it or not, it actually gets even worse.
What's that?
Are you involved with this protest at all?
Those are my students.
I'm sorry, so are you teach here? Do you teach here?
I prefer not to engage.
That's okay. You're on the public sidewalk. Are you working right now?
Am I working right now?
Yeah.
Sure am.
What's your name? I'm asking you what your name. You're on the public sidewalk. You're working, and these are your students. What is your name? Have these students notified their parents?
What's that?
Have these parents notified their parents that they're out here protesting on a sidewalk?
Sorry?
Have these
I can't hear
parents
you over the protest.
have these parents been notified that their students are protesting?
I'm
Their
having a hard
children.
time hearing you.
Have these parents been notified that their children are protesting on the public sidewalk during school day?
Okay, I'm sorry, what?
Have you notified the parents that these children?
Stay on the side.
Have you notified the parents that these children are protesting during the school day? Were school resources used to make these signs?
Your hate makes us stronger. 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 Your hate makes us stronger.
Are you a teacher? You love this, right? Are you a teacher here?
Let's go.
Have these parents been notified?
Yes, they have.
They have? Yep. Did your parents give you
Back
permission?
Proud and proud.
Proud and proud.
Brown and proud.
Leave her alone.
Did your parents give you permission to
Yeah,
be
my
here?
dad gave me permission and my mom.
Okay, what's your mother's name?
Don't worry about that.
What's your
Don't
mother's
worry
name?
about it.
What's your mother's name? Did your parents give you permission to be here? Did you ask the parents? Did you ask their parents if they could protest here? Were your parents notified that you were protesting today?
So that was Da Vinci High School. And the staff person who wouldn't give his name or job ended up being the principal of the school. So it turns out these kids got out of hand a little bit later, and police had to show up and handle the situation. The lady who was taking this video and was asking these questions later said that the police did a good job. But the question still remains. Were school supplies used in this protest? Were the parents notified? Some of these kids said their parents were notified. Somehow I doubt that, especially since the principal was so hesitant to give his name or any information really, and pretended like he couldn't hear her. And this isn't just a couple high schools or a couple middle schools. This is happening across the country, and it's ridiculous. I don't know about you, but that doesn't look like a protest as much as it looks like a riot. So parents across the nation are currently filing lawsuits, as they should, because they weren't notified. Their kids were put in a position where they could have been hurt, where they could have hurt somebody, and in some cases did, without the parents ever knowing. Their rights were violated. They should have known where their kid was going. There should have been at least a permission slip. But the bigger story here is, why are entire schools being indoctrinated to hate ICE? Especially since the stats speak for themselves. The cities of which where ICE is conducting their business have become safer. Simply put, crime rates are down. Murder rate is down. Theft is down. Human trafficking and sex crimes are down. But the left is brainwashing an entire generation to be anti-law and order and to be anti-American. That's all I have for you today. Christ is King. God bless you and much love. Make sure to share.